Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Big love, man, to everybody, man. Everybody who's been rocking with them Vlad interviews, man. They doing real good numbers. I appreciate it. I would like to believe it's all my people in there who watching it, you know. So, you know, if I'm biased, I'm biased, man. TBP for life. Y'all already know what it is. But the video's doing real good, man. Keep watching, keep supporting. He's still dropping them. We are still doing our thing over there on Banky Pound Prison Fitness, man. So come over there with us and get in shape, man, for 2023. The Living Life After Life podcast. We need a couple of more subscribers. We're going to drop these interviews, bomb interviews, more to come. But thanks for the support all the way around the board. Today, man, you know, I wanted to talk to y'all about something that I was having a conversation with Hollywood Trail about earlier today, you know, and it just made me say, he was like, man, you should tell that, you should do a video about that. So it just, you know, put it on my mind. So, you know, as I say, every time I got something on my mind, I try to put it on y'all mind. But yeah, we was just talking, and in the conversation, I was telling them about the situation, and I was telling them at the end of the situation, I was like, man, you know, the penitentiary has vultures, man, vultures and hyenas, man. And you know what I mean by that is, you know, they got people, man, that hop on you when you down, man. They jump straight on you, man. It's like it ain't no mercy in there. It ain't no, you know, ease up off of, man. You know, he going through some or he down and out, man. Nah. They don't operate like that in there, man. You know, when you down and out or you know, in a bad way or something going on, this wrong, man, yeah, that's when they attack you the most. You know what I'm saying? That's when they attack you the most. And over the years, and even over some of these videos, I done talked to y'all about it. I done expressed that to y'all. I done told y'all how it is in there, how they come at you. And I just can remember so many different incidents, and I spoke on some of them in different videos that I've already done. Maybe not lasered in on that point, but I've spoke of those type of situations, man. You know, like I say, I could see people in there, and I have seen people in there, you know, like sick and really going through some stuff, man. And it's like a dog-eat-dog world in there, man. You know, I seen dudes sick, man, and I mean literally like dying, man, you know, with cancer or AIDS or any other type of affliction, you know what I'm saying, that's literally, you know, sucking life out of their body. And man, people in prison, man, they vultures, man. They joke on those type of people. They advantage take those type of people, you know, and it's sick, man. It's really, really sick, you know what I'm saying, when you see it. But like I said, it's certain things, you know, you know, certain rules about prison, man. You know, your business is your business, and you can't really be getting in other people's business. So you really got to see things and don't see them, hear things and don't hear them. You know, no matter how much it disturbs you or bothers you, if it don't, you know, come at you directly, you know, penitentiary rules is you're supposed to stay out of it. You know, I've seen dudes get hit up, man, with that Bethlehem for getting in somebody else's business. You know, trying to speak up for somebody else. You know, and they pose more of a threat than the person that they were speaking up for, so the dude had to deal with him. You see what I'm saying? So it be like that, man. And then, like I say, the conditions don't help at all, man, because of the conditions we be in. It puts a lot of people, you know, behind the eight ball. You know, and what I mean by that is I can remember, man, I thought about this visiting my mom, you know, while she was in the hospital this past week. And, you know, shout out to everybody who sent prayers for her because, you know, thankfully and prayerfully she at home now and doing better. But when she was in there, man, I seen I seen that she wasn't able to eat for a couple of days, so I seen the people with the insure they was giving her because that gives you all of these vitamins and nutrients and all the stuff in your body, substitute for not eating. And I was telling her, she asked me did I like them because she didn't like them. And I said, man, when I used to work out real hard in prison, man, you had dudes that was selling them, and sometimes, I would get some from another dude who was already buying them. But that right there alone is crazy because the only people that was afforded these insures while I was in prison was either AIDS patients, cancer patients, leukemia patients, or people that was terminally ill that was losing weight. Therefore, the administration ordered these things for them to have, and they got them on a daily basis. But dudes in there be so pressed, and dudes in there be so, lost, man. That this is supposed to be not life sustaining food, but something to maintain your weight and to keep your health. You know what I'm saying? As good as it can be, even though it's declining and failing. Man, dudes would sell that stuff, man, because they ain't got no money, because they ain't got nobody that's, sending them nothing. They sick, so they ain't got no state job. They can't even get the little state pay, the little bit of money that that the state pay. They ain't got nothing. So when the people give them, something that somebody else want, they'll sell it, just to get the things that they may want, and ignoring the things that they need. They need to insure. This is why the people give it to them. But they'll sell it for their wants because they want some cigarettes, so they'll sell it to buy cigarettes when cigarettes got banned. They'll sell it to buy weed. They say the weed make them feel better than they insure. If dude got weed, they'll sell it to them. And then you had a lot of dudes that work out on the weight pile, so they're bad. You know what I'm saying? They're bad, but they never consider the fact that you taking away from a dude that really need this. Even though you purchasing it and you buying it, but you're not looking at the overall picture because people are going to put their needs first. You understand? So they like, man, I need this to bulk up. I need this to hit that weight pad. I need that energy. I need this to keep my weight up. Well, that's what he need to keep his weight up just to, to stay alive. But people, like I say, vultures, man, they gonna take all opportunities because everybody in there needs something. I don't care what they tell you. Everybody in there needs something. It's just a matter of who they gonna get it from, or if they gonna get it. But everybody in there needs something, and everybody in there never have enough of the things that they need. You ain't gonna never have enough cosmetics because you gotta bathe and do all this every day. So it's gonna keep depleting. It's gonna keep depleting. You ain't gonna never have enough toothpaste. You gotta brush your teeth every day. You ain't gonna never have enough soap. You ain't gonna never have enough food. You gotta eat every day. So all of these things have to be replenished every day. So unless you got a steady source of income that's coming in, this on a regular basis, then you're going to always need things. So dudes going to take every opportunity they can to cop whatever they need, no matter who's selling it, no matter who it hurt, no matter, what the situation is, And then the other dudes is going to take what they want. They're going to try to find a way to steal it. They're going to try to find a way to finesse you out of it. They're going to try to find a way to con you out of it. You know what I'm saying? And if all else fails, then they might try to rob you for it. If you got something that they need, if you got something that they feel that they got to have, because that's the nature of the environment that we in. And like I say, I've seen it many, many times over, man. From selling that insure, man, to dudes just joking on dudes that they know that's terminally ill. They use them as the butt of a joke, and it's wild, man. That prison life, man. And even now, every day, man, when I reflect back by talking to y'all, it automatically makes me reflect back. But it's also a form of therapy for me, you know what I'm saying? Because people always say, put that stuff behind you, put it behind you. But, I have a slightly different philosophy. I believe if you forget the things that bother you, the things that hurt you, the things that put you in harm's way, if you forget that too soon, you may get too comfortable and be right back in those type of positions again. So, I always think it's healthy, man, to remember the things that harm you. It's just like when you were a kid and you touch that stove and it's hot. if you forget that, you will eventually touch the stove again. But that memory and that pain reminds you, so you'll never touch that stove no more when it's hot. So these things, the things that hurt us, can be the things that things that hurt us in the past can be the things that help us in the future. So that's just the way I look at it. But yeah, man. But that swoop down on you and pick your carcass, and when you down like the buzzards and the vultures, that's what they do, man. Buzzards and vultures, man. They just swoop down on you when you weak, And the story that made me think about this situation when I was talking to Trail was, I was telling them about how I could remember when I was on this institution, man. I ain't even gonna say the name, but I can remember when I was on this institution, and they had a white dude on there, and the white dude was getting the drugs in. He was getting the dope in. That dope is major in the penitentiary, everywhere in the penitentiary in Virginia. That dope, I'm talking about the real dope, not some people call dope weed. I'm talking about heroin. That real dope, they love that in there. They call it dog food. They call it, that missile. They call it the missile when it's really, really, good to them or whatever. Because most of the time when dudes send dope in prison, man, they send the lowest grade of dope they can find, because of the simple fact that, they trying to make the maximum amount of money. And this dope may not be selling real good on the street, because them dudes on the street, they dope fiends. They know, and they know what's top grade or whatever. So if they got some garbage, then the dudes on the street not gonna buy it. They're gonna wait and get it from the main source, the one who got that missile. So those dudes would take that dope on the street that's not that good, and they'll funnel it into the penitentiary and make the same amount of money they'll make on the street, if not more. Because the need for the want for it in prison is greater than it is out here on the street, far as money wise. Them dudes in prison gonna pay whatever they got to pay, whatever the price you put on it in there, they're gonna pay it, because they can't get it as plentiful as people can on the streets. The people on the street got options. The only option the dope fiend got in prison is the dope that's on the compound at the time. So with that being said, that's usually the grade of dope that comes in prison, man, is the lowest grade. But you actually had a white boy getting dope, which in itself is a commodity, you know what I'm saying? Because usually he's gonna be at risk to be taken advantage of, this, that, and the third. But it's a double-edged sword, because if even though he a white boy and he getting dope, the reason why dudes is not going to really rob him is because of all the other dope fiends. Now, don't get me wrong. You got some dope fiends that are also, dope fiends / killers. Just because they're dope fiends, just because they got that habit, you cannot discredit them. Some of them dudes is built for it tough, man, and they would definitely do something to you. And it's just a lifestyle that they done chose, and what I'm saying, now they can't get out of it. So, if you got a dope man, I don't care who he is. The dope man actually can be, can be a gay person, can be a Mexican, a Puerto Rican, a white dude, or whoever. He gonna have some form of protection on him if he's getting that dope in, and if he getting that good dope in. Yeah, if you run him in there, or you go rob him or do something to him, man, people gonna they most definitely gonna have some issues with you, because you done just, especially if he the only one getting it. Oh yeah, they gonna have some issues with you, some serious issues, because them dudes get sick, man, when they can't get that stuff. And once they start getting it on a regular basis, and then they get cut off, they get sick, they get physically sick. So they definitely be willing to do something to you. But anyway, with this guy, he was getting it in. And I guess he had his little thing going or whatever. So everybody was waiting for him. Every week when he go, get what he get, dudes on deck. They got their money ready. They this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody really gonna not pay him too, because you only cut your own throat. Because if you get it next time, you ain't gonna be able to get it. The dudes would go borrow from somebody else and buck on not paying them before they buck on not paying the dope man, just because they don't want to cut their throat and not be able to get high no more. So this dude that I can remember personally was getting them drugs, man, and he got high himself, and everybody was seemingly cool with him, you know what I'm saying, because Everybody talked to him, kicked it with him. He ain't had no problems, this, that, and the third. But at the same time, all the dudes is super cool with him is all the dudes that got habits. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, I also tell you some of them dudes is killers. Some of them dudes is about that business and that action. So this dude used to get it in, and then he turned around one day, man, and he goes over there, he gets this stuff, and he come back, and you got all the fiends, they waiting for him, to break it out and put it out there on the yard, and dudes be able to start buying and copping or whatever. But when he get back, he do whatever he doing, and before he could, get anything right or bag anything up or start getting it to people, they call count, so he goes in for count. Man, this dude goes in for count, and usually when they come around and count, they come around and do the count. You gotta wait for them to come count. 2 officers gonna come by, count every sale. You understand? So when they come by and do the count, then they finish and they leave out of the block. Then there's no officer on the floor. Everybody's locked in behind their cell doors, and we usually gonna have about 30 to 45 minutes, depending if everything goes smooth. Then they're gonna bust the doors open again, and we start moving around, recreation park, rec, or whatever. And then once we start doing that, moving around, then, dudes can go wherever they want to go, especially inside the block, till they open the door, call outside rag, or here, there, whatever functions is going on. Okay, now when the police go by and count, evidently he know now the block is clear, so he'll be able to have some free time, and he ain't got to worry about nobody running in there. If anybody run in there, you can hear the side door open, and police is coming in the block. So you got a little slight alarm system by, it's quiet, it's count time, everybody can hear the door. If the police come in on the floor, somebody gonna say police on the floor, or whoop whoop, or make some type of noise where you gonna know. And you'll have enough time to, get yourself together before the police come. If he coming to your cell, or if he just getting ready to make a round, you have enough time, to put your stuff up or do whatever you gotta do. So anyway, he must have waited until they left, and then he went ahead and wanted to try his own product. He tried his own product, and evidently, he got some good stuff, and it kind of overwhelmed him, and he started ODing in there, right? Now, mind you, he in the cell by himself. There's no one to help him. There's no one he can call. There's no one coming to save him, So he in there, and he done did that, and he done OD'd, and he going out. He laid on the floor going out, which he eventually went out. He lost his life. He OD'd. Now, when the doors open and count is clear, the doors are open. All the doors gonna come open. The only way you can get your door closed in if you tell them individually to close your door. But they will usually open all of the doors, so they don't want to worry about people holler, open this door, or open 24, or open 21. They just open them all, and then they just have to deal with the people that say close their door. They want their door closed. So the doors open and everything, and the dude is out there laid out in this floor, apparently, deceased. But this is what I mean by the buzzards, the vultures, and the hyenas, man. These same people that talk to him every day, these same people that laugh and eat with him, these same people who walk on the yard with him and, cool with him. These same people go in his cell when they see he unconscious. And instead of going and trying to get help to see if he could be revived, to see if it's too late to check the pulse or do whatever, no, that ain't what they do. Nah, they raid the whole cell. They take all of his property. They take all of his valuables, whatever it is that you consider valuable in penitentiary, the TV, the radio, the clothes, the CDs, the jewelry, if you got it, the watches, all this stuff, and check him. Check his body, because they know he got, that sack in there. And they literally even have to, check his rectum and get him naked, because that's where dudes will hide them type of drugs sometimes, especially if you're talking about these type of people, these people that's into that real live heroin. So they do all that and find the drugs, get the drugs, do whatever they gonna do, divvy it up or do whatever, get herself, then leave the whole cell buck naked. And go inform the people that the dude in cell such and such needs some help. He in there look like he laid in the floor unconscious. Yeah, this is the nature of the environment, man. You know, and this is the same guy that you was talking to yesterday. This is the same guy that you was laughing and joking with. This is the same dude you ate lunch with yesterday. Same dude you watched TV with last night. But now, you know, he down and out and seemingly gone out, and all you could think about is how you could profit off of it, how you could benefit off of it. Not being a doctor, not knowing if he could be revived, if he could be saved, you know, not even giving it a shot, not even trying to find out if that's the case. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. It is insane. That man died, man, and that was like, you know, talked about all over the compound for a long time, man. How they just went in there, you know, and just savaged all through the man's stuff, and they mainly was looking for that dope. You know what I'm saying? So that's how important it is for them to get high. That's how unimportant your life is in prison. You understand me? That's how unimportant. You know, people would think about getting high before they would think about saving your life in prison. You understand me? So, and I was telling Trail that, and he was like listening to me, you know, and he's the one who said, well, maybe you should, relay that back to them, you know. And that's why I came up with telling y'all this story right here, man. But, you know, I've seen incidents like that over the years, man. Over the years, you know, when somebody is down and out, man, or somebody's seemingly weak, man, and they will get pressed. They will get, you know, pressure applied to them from different people. You know what I'm saying? It's all going to come down to if that dude is going to stand up for himself or if somebody going to intervene and stand up for him. And if somebody intervene and stand up for him, it may get the weight up off you, but it's also a declaration of how weak that you actually are. And that in itself is going to carry on with you to other institutions when you're not around the person that is your homeboy that's looking out for you, or it's somebody that you know, or somebody that just feel like they don't like what's going on with you and they intervene. When you're not around that person anymore, the reputation is going to carry over there. Oh yeah, such and such had to save them over here. Such and such had to save them in here. And then you automatically going to be looked at as a target wherever else you go anyway. So it's all going to come down to a point of you standing up for yourself and fighting for yourself, win, lose, or draw, man, you know. And if that don't happen, man, this problem would definitely, you know, reoccur over and over again as you do time. Because like I say, man, the Buzzards, the Vultures, the hyenas, man, they attack when you are at your weakest. They have no desire whatsoever to attack you while you at your apex, while you at your strongest, while you ready for that wreck, while you ready for that smoke. They want the job to be easy. They want it to be light. They want it to be smooth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always stress you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's why I always stress trust no one. You know, that's why I always stress, man, you know, have no real friends, because you don't know what's gonna happen when it all goes down. Everything is a guessing game in there. Everything is an assumption. Everything is, you know, I assume he gonna do this, but you never gonna know until it's tested. You know, and I had a few dudes over the years that was cool with me, like my brothers, man, and it was tests that came up one way or another, and until those tests did come up and they did pass those tests, I never, you know, fully put, you know, too much confidence in anybody, you know, having my back or being ready to go to war when I was ready to go to war for whatever the cause may be. Because when you actually, you know, rock with somebody, man, you going to war with them whether they right or wrong. If they wrong, you still going to war with them. If the odds is against them, you still going to war with them. That's just the call of loyalty. That's the cause of saying that that's your brother, or you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man. But the Vultures, man, they would eat you alive. The Buzzards, man, they will pick at your carcass, man, if you go down, or if you losing it, or if you know, the love is not gonna come the way the hate is. The love is not gonna come the way the advantage taking is. That's not gonna happen, you know, because we ain't in a place that has a lot of that, man. You know, and even out here in this world, as we see now with all the crazy stuff going on, you know what I'm saying, everything good today, and then tomorrow people is doing foolish, crazy stuff. That happens in prison all the time. All the time. Pure, cool, nothing going on, regular day, you know, regular miserable day. And then someone, a feel like, well, today's the day that I'm gonna set it off. You know what I'm saying? Or the day that I'm gonna do this, and that's how I go down, man. At the drop of a dime. But yeah, just the moral of this was when I was telling Trail is, man, that you always got to be aware of your surroundings. You always got to be aware of trying to stay in shape and trying to stay up and stay healthy at all times, because when you get weak or you get old, they always say in penitentiary one of the worst things that could ever happen to you in prison is to get old. Because if you was a gangster your whole time and you carried it the way you felt like you had to carry it to preserve life in there, or if you get old in prison, or if you get sick, or if you get weak, or all of that you done put out there in the prison universe, it's gonna come right back at you. Yeah, they're gonna start advantage taking you. They're gonna start talking to you greasy. They're gonna start trying to disrespect you. They're gonna start trying to put their hands on you. They may even turn around and try to extort you just because they can. You see what I'm saying? Just because they can, But, I just wanted to drop that on y'all today, man. I appreciate all the support for the videos, man. I appreciate all the people that's been rocking with me when I go on other platforms like, No Jumper or Vlad TV and whatever other ones that may come our way, the opportunities. I appreciate the love. I truly do, man. When I see TBP in those comments, man, when I see those gloves in those comments, I already get a good feeling because I know it's my people, man. So I just wanted to tell y'all personally that I appreciate that. I love y'all for that. I want y'all to remember, man, my P.O. box. Look at my about. I got that P.O. box, man. I think it's 2251 Newport News, man. I'm going to start opening these. I haven't been there in a while. So if you sent me something in the P.O. box, I'm sorry because I've been so busy that I haven't went there in a while. But I'm going to start going to my P.O. box more often, and I'm going to start opening these gifts that people send me, man, to show my love and appreciation for whatever it is that you send me, no matter how big, no matter how small. If you took your time to go down there and send it to me, I must make sure that I set aside a day where I open these gifts, and I speak to the people who sent whatever it is that they sent to show my appreciation, man. And I will film it and I will have it on my page. So thank you if you ever sent me anything. Thank you if you ever watched any video. Thank you if you ever left a like, a comment, or shared any of my videos. TBP, we out here. We not going to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. We going to keep on going. And we going to spread this message whether they want it or not. We going to try to give it to them. You understand me? We're going to try to give them this positive energy. So if you're with me, get ready, buckle up, man, because we getting ready to tighten up and we getting ready to go even harder, man. In the meantime, man, y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. And as always, duck them hooks. Boom, 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 boom. We out here. Even sitting down, I throw that hook now. Y'all be safe out there.
The Banky special. Yeah. Pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.